mystic.
Yeah, still awful.
Yeah, it's not getting any better. Trying to vary it up a bit.
It's different this time.
I was kind of like nodding my head. It was like gaga 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 gaga.
It was like a little heartbeat of a dumb alien.
It's the lifeblood of our show. But welcome everybody to the Too Soon podcast, episode 4.
How did we already lose count?
We're definitely.
It's 4, right? Okay.
It's just been a month and we lost count.
Yeah, it is episode 4, isn't it? So I am your host, of course, Trenton, joined by the fabulous Oric,
I'm fabulous.
the luscious Liam,
Hey, I'm all right.
and the hardy Trey.
That's me.
And he is returning for his second
I
week
said I
on
wasn't
the
gonna
show.
be back.
You said you didn't want to be there for the first one.
Yeah,
Shut up.
you said you don't want to be here. The first thing.
Yo, shut up. They don't
That
know
was the
that.
first thing you said. No, they listened.
No.
People listened.
Nobody
Yeah,
listens.
apparently he's got a fan group now.
Yeah.
Yeah. As in group,
Trayvon
one person.
Got the best fans.
No,
in the
actually, she didn't mention it to you, but the lovely Liam's girlfriend,
the lovely Liam's
actually,
girlfriend.
she actually shared around the show a little bit, and apparently, according to her little posse, Trey is the fan favorite.
Why?
I don't know,
Why?
Liam. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that really quick?
She just appreciates the fact that you're honest.
I guess. I don't know.
She's sitting across the room from me and she's like dancing.
I'm listening to Get Busy by Sean Paul.
She's listening to Get Busy by Sean Paul.
No idea what that is.
Yeah.
You don't know Sean Paul?
She's gonna have a little
What
cameo
fuck
on
you
the
doing?
show.
Look, Liam, this wasn't the topic.
We'll get the topics out the window.
I don't know what they are.
All right, and so actually, I did want to mention something at the beginning of this episode. So last week, me and Oric, we kind of naturally did this without realizing it, but we both refer to each other by gamer tags and nicknames without explaining
Oh
who's
yeah,
who. Which,
I feel like
which
I've
is
done
kind-
that a lot.
Yeah, I feel like
It's
in
kind-
one of the first
you have.
podcasts I referred to you as T Gizzle.
Yeah, you both have. So just for clarification for people that don't know us outside of the podcast, I've been known as T-Gizzle online from Xbox Live to PC to almost everywhere I go because it's my consistent gamer tag. It's what I've been called forever. So if anybody on the show calls me T-Gizzle, it's because that's my gamer tag.
It's because I've been calling him that for 7+ years now. And it's
Right.
hard to
I
call
mean-
him Trenton. Every time I call him Trenton, it's a little weird.
Yeah, it's weird for me too.
I mean, I don't mind if you guys call me T-Gizzle on the
mean-
show, but for the audience.
I
Even
call him
when
Trenton because I've known him forever by Trenton.
That's true.
But even
And-
when I met you in person, I still felt the need to call you Trenton or T-Gizzle. Now,
prefer
now
to
I'm
call-
confused. apparently.
Trenton.
I prefer to call
Gizzle.
Oric Nova
Yeah.
just because Oric sounds stupid. And Nova
Thanks.
sounds better. No problem.
I mean,
man.
I thought you
Oric
meant you
is
prefer to
stupid,
call
so-
me by my full name.
No,
Because
I
that's what
prefer
you
Nova
said.
better, honestly. I don't know why. It's just Nova sounds better.
Well, that's what I was called on any of my sport teams because people like last names in sports.
Yeah, well, this ain't a
They do.
sports team.
Yes.
We're an internet sports team.
Yo, I love
Nice.
sports.
Not good.
Esports podcast
we're-
edition.
This is our esports podcast. We're going to talk about how Astro A50s are the standard for esports.
Are they still the standard?
athletes? I think A40s are actually the standards. But I like A50s because I could walk around with them. I could
Yeah,
hear
that-
you guys
that
talk,
wire
and
does
I'll
suck.
be in my kitchen.
Oh, look at you, Mr. Fancy Pants, going to the kitchen.
These are A50s. If you don't know, are like gaming headset, and so are A40s. But A40s
They're
are
wireless.
wired, unless you get the wireless ones that are newer.
I just have Sennheisers. I forgot
I got
which kind.
Logitech.
Just
You have
Sennheisers.
these Sennheiser HD 598s is your model number.
You know what? I didn't ask you, did I?
You did.
I mean, he didn't.
No, you didn't, but you kind of set yourself up to be answered.
Yeah,
I like my
I think you're
Logitech
intruding
I
headphones.
didn't
on
ask
his-
you.
But I also have the 598s, but I have the C edition, which basically is the mobile version, so it works easier with like phones and stuff.
I love it when
Mm.
things
Use
are
it for
just
everything.
called a series of letters and numbers.
Yeah, letters and numbers. That's how you got to do it.
Really identifies what the object is.
G930.
Yeah.
But also, back to the topic of gamer tags, though, I did call Liam Leams at some point, and that one's kind of easy to put two and two
Yeah.
together. But
Yeah, that's
but
almost
Liam
a
is
nickname.
Leams.
I've just always
Same,
called him Liam.
same first letter and last letter. You know, it works.
Mm-hmm. And then with Nova here, or Auric, I call him both Auric and Official. Not Official so much these days, but originally when I met him online, it was Official A Nova. That was the OG gamer tag.
Gamer tag that before I understood what a gamer tag was meant to be, I tried to just be because I didn't understand what a gamer tag was, and that was my email address. And I just gave away my email address.
You still use your email address? Good job. Like when you first made Xbox?
Well, yes and no. Like I that was originally was my AOL one, but now it's a Gmail one. We should probably like cut that a little bit. just the what I was originally gonna call it.
I remember Xbox Live when you could get like the free account for a month when you make a new account.
Yeah.
And I used to just have like random names. I remember one of them.
Yeah, my friend used to do that every month. He would do a new one.
One of them was like Toasty, where I eventually forgot how many M's I put.
That's awesome. But yeah, like Xbox just would recommend gamer tags when your gamer tag that you entered was taken, even though the one that I entered was taken by me because I was an idiot who didn't understand how any of that shit worked. But so it just Official A Nova was like a pre-made Microsoft thing, and I thought it sounded cool, so I was known as Official for several years.
Nice.
Yeah, and I mean, a part of me still wants to call him Official, but the Nova is just easier overall.
Yeah, well, so you have the advantage of both aspects are in that gamer tag, like Official and Nova, so you can actually call me Nova, which is my last name. So it's like less weird than me calling you T Gizzle in person.
I think Trey's name works the best because it's either Trey or Nice Pants.
Yeah, that's the thing with Trey here. I've noticed that he's never really had one tag that's stuck with him. It's like
Trey Z has been the longest one actually.
I prefer,
but that's just Trey.
Yeah,
so.
I've been changing to like Nice Pants.
Yeah, I like Nice Pants.
Yeah, no, that's for Arc.
Oh, okay.
There's a reason for that.
I like Nice Pants too, but it's not really something that you can just call. You're like I can actually.
Well, you could go, "Hey, Nice Pants," and then he goes, "Thanks."
Thanks, man.
Thanks, man. That's really
hey, Nice Pants. Watch out behind you. Thanks, man.
I'm setting myself up for a compliment. See?
Don't you get most of your pants from Old Navy?
I mean, yeah, they fit.
Old Navy.
Perfect on me.
I go to Kohl's. That's
Nice pants.
That's my fucking spot.
I have to. I'm going to my cousin's graduation in a few weeks, and my grandparents want me to dress up nice because that's what you do, I guess. And I don't really have nice clothes, so...
Wait, you don't have, like, khakis and a polo?
The last time I had to wear khakis and a polo, well, was, like, back when I was in my special ed middle school, where we had a uniform. We had to wear tucked-in shirts and a tie and khakis and...
Yeah, just wear a wife beater.
Yeah, just wear a wife beater. That's fancy enough.
I mean, I would, but I don't think my grandparents would like me to represent the family in such a manner. So they want to take me to Bloomingdale's, which is a very high-end store for my level, I guess. I don't know. And yeah, they're going to buy me clothes.
Oh boy, fashion.
Yeah, I'm going to look dapper.
So since I guess we're starting off with a lot of games in the beginning, we might as well just go into what I wanted to talk about, and that is the newest Nintendo system. And this actually might be interesting for not just people who are regular gamers, so hardcore gamers, or however you want to put it, because this is something brand new from Nintendo, the most family-friendly, most well-known, gaming thing ever.
I just want to point something out. For the transition, you should have said, "Let's switch topics."
No, I would have left the podcast right there.
Same.
I would have jumped out the window to my right.
I need to actually get the sound effect for the Switch. The clicking noise you see in all the commercials. I need to actually insert it right there when you say that.
I have one. I can play it if you want.
No. I'll just
the horn.
I got pretty good sound effect right here.
It's my only sound effect.
But like I mentioned last week, it was my birthday a couple weeks ago, and during that weekend is when I picked up the Switch.
Happy birthday to you.
No,
thank you. We could have did this, last week.
No, but
back.
We don't actually.
I put a message in your Discord.
I didn't.
You did.
I was there, so
he was there.
I've been alive.
He got me meat, a really good meat.
Yeah, ooh, that's all a man could ask for. Some big juicy meat.
Well, just real quick, if you're wondering about the meat, it was from a restaurant called
Who the fuck's
Terragucha.
wondering about the meat? If you're out there wondering about the meat, what the fuck's wrong with you?
I'm wondering about the meat.
Liam, I listen.
Hey, I
was
really
wondering
want to
about
know
the meat.
what kind of meat Trenton got for his birthday.
Good ass
it was
meat.
my meat.
Was it some dank man meat?
A little bit of man
Yeah.
meat, yeah.
No, it was mostly lamb meat.
Some lady flesh.
Well, that rhymes with man.
But so Trey, ever since he went to this restaurant called Terragucha a few months ago, he's been talking about it for a long time. And then for my birthday, we decided to go to it. And essentially, it's like
It's a Brazilian steakhouse.
It's a Brazilian steakhouse.
Steakhouses are so good.
Oh yeah.
But the way this one works though is they actually bring out all the meat on the skewers,
Yeah.
and they cut it from the skewer to your plate.
That shit's so good.
And they give you like a little button you put on the desk, and you flip it over. If you flip it over, it means it's time to give me some meat. You flip it the other way, it means
Give
no
me
more
that meat.
I went to a Brazilian steakhouse one time, and I did not flip that button over. Like, it's just like, just keep bringing it out. I want it all. I want it all.
Yeah.
But do
Yeah,
they
it was
have
really
pizza?
good.
No.
They definitely
God,
have
no.
pizza.
You can make your own pizza. Kind of like
Yeah,
Just
just make
get
a steak pizza.
they got like little triangle things of cheese. You can just do that.
Triangles are the
enough.
strongest shape in nature.
But let's switch
Look,
back
we
to the
talked
topic
about
here.
that. Not only is it strongest, it is the powerhouse of the cell.
But we derailed from Nintendo to meat really quickly there.
I mean, it's the most important.
Too soon
thing,
podcast.
so-
The only podcast that goes from video games to meat in an instant.
So,
I mean,
like
what's
I mean-
more important?
Yeah, let's be real.
I mean, meat is the powerhouse of our bodies.
Meat is the powerhouse of the cell.
But yeah, so I got the Nintendo Switch about a week ago now, a week and a half ago, and I got, of course, with it Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I recently picked up The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus for it, and I also am borrowing a copy of Bomberman R from someone I work with. And so far, I have really, really decent impressions of the system. I do want to share them because I know a lot of people are curious because, one, a lot of people just don't know about it at all because it's just kind of weird and different and people don't know they should pick it up yet. And also, they're kind of hard to find right now, too. Like, they've been constantly selling out because their sales numbers are really surprising. This is their best console in a long-ass time.
Damn, son.
And there's
You
a
wanna know
lot
how
of good
the,
reasons for it, though.
Wii U did.
Yeah, the Wii U was... No, you couldn't buy it for, like, the first couple months.
Wait, is this doing
Yeah,
better? Didn't the original Wii kind
Oh,
of
the original
knock
Wii was...
everything else out
Yeah,
of
the
park?
original Wii was insane.
Yeah.
So did this beat the original Wii?
I believe this is on par with, like, what the Wii was doing.
Because I remember when my mom was trying to get me the original Wii, she went to like some alleyway in New Jersey and met some dude who bought a bunch of them
Nah,
and
that
was
was
like
stolen.
ready to be murdered. But then he just gave her the Wii for a decent price, and then she left, and she was relieved that she had her life and a Wii.
Nah, those
So my
were
mom
stolen.
risked her life for a Wii, apparently.
Those were stolen.
Well, I mean, I didn't steal them. So
I got my Wii, not my Wii, I got my Switch from a guy off Craigslist, actually. So, I mean, I kind of, in a way, did that.
Actually,
But I made sure to...
I actually remember
I made
when
sure to
got
bring
my
3
Wii.
guys with
It
me.
was I got my Wii like years ago, like many years ago on Christmas when I asked for a PlayStation 2.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Like it was a bit random.
yeah. But I guess I'll explain how I got it really quick. Yeah, I basically I've been browsing Craigslist for like a while. I saw a good ad for a decent price, and then I brought 3 friends of mine the same day we were going to celebrate my birthday. And then we went to a shopping center. I parked outside of Bed Bath Beyond. I texted the guy, I was like, "Hey, I'm here." He's like, "Okay, what kind of car you have?" I tell him what kind of car I have and where I'm parked at. He's like, "Okay, I'll
And
be
your
there."
license plate number.
Yeah, and your social
Just
security
read that out
number
right
as
now.
per usual.
And then basically my car is still on. All my friends are in the car with Trey, and we're sitting around waiting for to see someone maybe who's going to sell me a Switch. And of course, this guy with his girlfriend pulls up right next to us, rolls down his window,
And throws the
looks around.
Switch.
No, he kind of
Peels out.
Floors it.
he rolls down the window. He's like, "You buying a Switch?"
You got the money?
And then I was like, "Hell yeah!"
What
and
are
I
you
jumped the car
buying?
and we did the deal. So, but I'm overall, as someone who's not the biggest portable gaming person, though, I'm really am happy with my Switch so far. I really did not think how much I'm going to appreciate a system that lets me play on the TV and on a mobile form. And actually, this is my first tablet I've ever owned, because the Nintendo Switch, for those of you who are not familiar at all, it's a it's a gaming tablet that has a very unique set of controllers that attaches itself to the tablet, and you can also separate these controllers from the tablet and connect them to different peripherals. So you can actually have like a little mini controller. You can connect it directly to the Switch and carry it on like a tablet, and you can also connect the entire system itself to a dock that connects to a TV, so you can actually play the same system, the same game on your television. So it's not like with other, like the PlayStation, the PS Vita, where you can stream stuff from the PlayStation 4 onto your Vita. And it's not like the Wii U where the tablet's is connected to it wirelessly. The entire system is the tablet itself.
I've heard
And I
some
really thought
criticism about the dock.
The dock, yeah. That's what I've been
It's
hearing.
like
Yeah.
kind of flimsy and like kind of almost breaks the tablet.
I've just heard
So-
that it would like scrape the screen. That's
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
That's the biggest thing I've heard is the scratching. But my the one I bought from the guy off Craigslist, he actually already had applied a screen protector onto it. And
What a good guy.
with the screen protector on it, I haven't really even noticed the screen protector getting scratched in the dock. But apparently, according to some things Nintendo has said, as far as like getting your money back on the Switch or getting stuff replaced, apparently some docks are defective. I don't know how the dock is defective because all it is just a big piece of plastic that has like a USB-C connector that the Switch connects to.
Well, maybe when, like, my guess is they probably, at this point, print out the plastic to an extent, so maybe certain printers make jagged edges.
Maybe. But so I haven't noticed any scratching. I put my Switch in the dock pretty often. Whenever I play Zelda, I go back and forth between tablet and my TV mode a lot because I really like being able to play the same game I was playing on my TV in bed, laying down, relaxing. So, and kind of what I've been doing is like I'll usually start playing a game on my Switch on the tablet, and then when I'm ready to go to the TV is usually around the time my Switch needs to be charged. Because the way to charge the tablet too is either plugging in with a cable, which takes longer, or plugging it into the dock. So you can play on TV while it's charging.
That's cool.
But really, but the thing that's really been like the most like, man, I really see myself using this thing a lot in the long term, and that's really why, by the way, why I haven't been on my computer at all this week. I haven't played with you guys much because I've been playing nothing but Zelda. It's a great game.
School is
I'm
ramping
gonna
down
talk-
for us, so that's why I haven't been on.
Yeah.
But
The year is winding down and school is hell.
Yep.
yeah,
Good
but
old
I'm not really
hell.
going to talk about Zelda too much, so I'm going to talk more about just what I think about the Switch right now, I guess. Unless you guys want to ask me about stuff about Zelda.
You like
But-
climbing
Quite yet.
walls?
Yeah, I feel like a California hipster.
Can you be
Rock
a
climbing all the
horse?
time.
Can you be
No.
a horse?
But you can
Nay.
You
You
can-
cannot.
This is not a
you
game
can
for
capture
me.
horses.
Look, that's not what I asked.
Look, the only game that lets you really be a horse is like GTA 5 and mods, okay?
Yeah.
Which we don't do because
Yeah,
those
we
are
don't
illegal.
do that. That's bad. Well, it's
You
not
can't do
illegal.
No, you can't do
No,
that.
I
It's
mean-
illegal.
You can mod
It's-
GTA.
it's money
just not the
laundering.
online guys. We don't mod online.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, we
you
don't.
can't do that.
We didn't
Yeah, that's-
pay $10 to get unlimited mods for online and unlimited money and all that.
That seems oddly specific.
Well,
This
that's
is-
what we didn't do. I'm specifically telling you what we didn't do.
You right.
We should get sponsored by.
Sponsored by a thing that we didn't buy called Menu.
Yeah.
Double O.
Yeah,
$10.
don't buy it.
Yeah, I like
Why?
Oric.
Don't buy
Don't
it.
do
It's
it. You didn't hear
Oric
from
is
us.
a very what's the word? Honest guy. He would never do something like that.
One thing growing up in New York teaches you is honesty.
Mm-hmm.
You don't ever want to screw anyone else over for your own benefit. And you often take shit from giant corporations and other people. That is what we are known for.
But actually, thinking about the Switch stuff though, Trey here, I just remembered actually he has like a NVIDIA Shield.
What?
Don't you have a NVIDIA Shield?
Huh?
Do I?
You do. I know you do.
Why, yes, I do. Thanks for asking.
Whoa.
So his Shield, in case anybody doesn't know what that does, it allows him to stream his computer games, his PC games directly to the tablet.
Why is that better than an HDMI cord?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, why is it? I mean exactly that. Why is it better than just plugging in your computer to the TV?
Because
that's what I
for
do.
one,
Well, I mean, I bought a Steam Link, and those things are pretty great.
I mean, I could, but I don't feel like it. And
It's also ugly cords and all that stuff. Like, I
Yeah.
don't want to deal with it.
It's one.
well, I would
cord.
have to just get an HDMI
it's
cord
ugly.
long enough, and then my computer is in a different room from my room. So
Yeah, I guess with my
don't feel
setup,
like doing that.
my TV's in the same room as my computer and all that, and it's not that far.
Yeah, that's how I do it too. I have my TV right next to my my PC, but I never play any PC games on my TV though. I don't like it.
yeah.
I only
So-
do when people are over. Like, it becomes party roomish.
I mean, when I get lazy, I can just pop open the Shield, lay down, and play video games on them.
Just
Yeah,
pop
but
it open that
besides-
shield.
Just pop it
But
open.
besides Trey's Shield, though, who else has a tablet?
I have a Surface Pro 4.
Okay.
My
Have you ever played games
Nexus
on that?
6 is
No.
huge.
I use it for notes.
So, like I mentioned, this is like my first any kind of tablet, and this is exactly what I wanted out of a tablet. Like a really, really specific. What's the way I can put it? Like it's designed very specifically for its functions. You know, it's meant to be just like it's a gaming console with really awesome controllers. Because like something that's really always like pulled me away from like handheld gaming that's like on a tablet, is not good peripherals, not good controllers. Because like at least like when I buy a 3DS. I'm comfortable with the system. It has buttons and everything. It's all dedicated for the system. When I'm playing on my phone, though, it's all touchscreen. I don't really like doing touchscreen stuff when it comes to like games I'm trying to play seriously. So with the Switch here and having the 2 Joy-Cons, which are also really cool controllers, by the way, they're like basically the final form of a Wiimote. And they have really cool.
At first glance,
HD.
they seem like they would be really uncomfortable.
Yeah, they don't seem
really
very
small.
ergonomic.
Yeah.
They act well. I'll be honest. I'm a guy with tiny hands, so they fit my hands pretty well. But I can imagine someone. I can imagine someone with like more man-sized hands. It could be a little small. But Trey, you used it today.
Yeah.
What'd you think of it?
It was different. I mean, it's not the first time I've used weird controllers. I mean, I grew up playing the N64, and
That's a weird ass controller.
I don't know who thought of the design of it.
Who
but
designed that controller?
it's not a
They
good
deserve
one.
to get smacked in the face. That like third like bar just in the middle, it just doesn't work.
that wasn't even necessary.
Yeah.
But actually, me and Trey, when I was over at his house today, I had him try the Snipper Clips demo, as well as play a little bit of Binding of Isaac co-op with me in the new co-op feature they added in the Switch version, as well as some Bomberman R, and I played all of them like basically like a couple games of each of those games with Trey. So what'd you think of actually like having like it in the tablet mode, Trey, playing with like just one Joy-Con? It works surprisingly good, right?
Yeah, surprisingly. I mean, it just kind of reminds me of the like the first Wii, on how you just needed the one controller, I guess, or Wiimote, I think it was called.
Yeah, the one Wii
Good
mode
old
to
And how
play,
for certain
play almost
games
any
you could
game.
just have it like sideways and play it like that. Like for Smash Brothers, if you didn't have a nunchuck, then you would just hold it sideways. Or if you didn't have a GameCube controller to plug up, you can just hold it sideways and it would work. So I don't know. It just kind of reminded me of that. Just a lot smaller.
Yeah, I think the system really encourages cooperative play a lot. Like I want like more excuses to bring my Switch places just to show it off because like it's just fun. It's a fun little novelty. But I mean, honestly,
my name's Trenton and I have a Switch. Wah, wah, wah.
Let's talk for 26 minutes about it.
Let's talk about that.
I mean that
We have not been talking for 26 minutes.
yeah.
About just the Switch.
Including the pre-show.
And
But
me.
Liam, you were curious about it, Liam, right? So
Oh yeah, no,
was there
I'm
anything
very. I mean, I just want to know how it plays. Cause like,
so you mean like actual like it's power, or you mean
Yeah,
just like how
power.
it feels? Okay, so this if you're following the development of Switch at all, it pretty much has a Tegra processor, which is it's a NVIDIA processor. Basically, it has an NVIDIA chip inside of it, but it's an older one. So as far as its actual like ability to play games, it's pretty much a top tier gaming tablet. Like it's like on par with like something like like one like the more expensive iPads as far as its specs. But because it's still a gaming tablet, it can't compete with something like the Xbox One or PS4 because it's not a dedicated home system.
yeah, it's a tablet.
yeah,
Exactly.
It's gonna have a harder time.
But for what it is, though, it's surprising. And like because like I'll explain to you this way. Like a reason why I didn't get the Wii U is because I didn't really want to get a system that I'm just gonna play Nintendo games on and that was kind of expensive.
yeah. I bought the Wii.
But the biggest difference
So
with the
sad about it.
I have like
Yeah.
5 games. I have less than 5 games for it. Like it.
But the biggest difference with me wanting to get the
It
Switch
hurts.
over the Wii U though is that it has a similar thing where I'm gonna be playing a lot of Nintendo games on it. But I like some Nintendo games. But the thing is though, I can see myself playing a lot of non-Nintendo games on this because I can take it. Because like Trey saw me today. Like I have my little case for it. I throw it in my case so I can take it anywhere. The case is really easy to get the Switch into. It's really convenient and it's really nice just being able to take it with me and play conveniently. Like it's a lot like my 3DS. But actually, I'm more inclined to take my Switch somewhere than my 3DS because the case for the Switch is so nice that it's easier to carry around than the 3DS. Because the 3DS I'll throw in my pocket and then I'll take it out and forget about it. The case I can't forget about the big ass case. And we're switching back to the show.
Switch.
Family problems.
Okay, so let's finish up really quick the conversation with the Switch here. Let's switch it up.
Stop saying
So-
Switch. Jesus Christ.
Please stop.
I made
I'm
that
gonna
joke
leave.
already.
Any more of these puns?
Guys,
And,
quit switching me around, okay? Jesus.
I swear to God, Trenton.
I will leave this Discord right now.
You will hear a door slam,
but-
and it'll just be me.
But to finish up
leaving
my thoughts
house.
on it, though, I recommend pretty much everyone here except for Orc because he doesn't play a lot of games besides the ones he likes.
Wow,
few
what a
ones he likes.
concept. I play things that I like to play instead of things that I don't.
I know,
Yeah,
who
but
does
you know, you have a more limited range of games you play than
Yeah, I like killing
the rest of us
things
here.
with guns in first person and third person.
Yes, that's what he does. But yeah, but pretty much overall, for most people that are kind of thinking about it, if you guys are willing to have a dedicated portable that can play first-party Nintendos, as well as like a lot of unique indie games, and also keep in mind like the multi-platform games that do come to the system, a big factor in it in the future is going to be that you can actually take AAA games that do come to the system, which won't be all of them. Actually, it'll probably be just a small percent of them, but the ones that do manage to make their way to the Switch, you can take with you anywhere. So if you're really into a game, you don't want to put it down, that's a big factor in having it. So
Yeah,
overall,
I
I
mean-
really recommend it, though.
Go for a drive. Take the Switch. Maybe get in a crash. You know,
Nintendo will pay for it.
yeah.
Or
What's
like,
ever
like when you're
convenient
going
for
on a
you.
trip, like when like two of us might go up to New York later in the year, I'm going to definitely bring the Switch with me so I can play it on the plane and stuff.
I'll just have 30S.
I'll just live here and have my 70-pound computer.
We'll take it.
Good luck.
But Orc, tell us about that game you wanted to tell us about, because I have no idea what the name was or anything. So
Well, it's
this
a game that I want all of you guys to get. And speaking of me liking guns and first person, and now Vietnam, because there hasn't been a good Vietnam game since Bad Company 2 Vietnam. It's called Rising Storm 2 Vietnam, I think. Hold on, let me double check that. Yeah, Rising Storm 2 Vietnam. It's basically like a slightly more fleshed out squad. Like it's further in its development because it's going to be released in like a month or less than a month, and it's just like super serious Battlefield with like Vietnam and napalm and shit. And there's like a commander mode where the commander's not like, it's not like Battlefield Commander where you're not in the game. You're actually in the game and you have a gun and you have to stay alive in order to call in airstrikes and shit. And you like every squad leader has binoculars to call in or to mark places on the map to call in the strikes and shit. And it just looks awesome. Like the US team is always attacking and the Vietnamese are always defending, obviously. And
Wow,
they have
that's
different...
racist.
I mean, it's just geographically factual.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were the sides never switched really, and it's asymmetrical gameplay. So the Vietnamese have their like slightly outdated weaponry and no vehicles, and then the U.S. has helicopters and stuff, but the Vietnamese have tunnels. For respawning on the U.S. team, you actually have to spawn in a helicopter, and the helicopter has to drop you off. And that's like, it's risky because RPGs
Please,
exist.
God, tell me that there's napalm.
There's napalm. There is napalm. Commanders have napalm, and it's
that is
so
amazing.
Cool. It's so fucking cool. And the other commander can shoot down the napalm with what the fuck are they called?
Double napalm.
No.
A bullet.
Super napalm.
Super.
No, I basically surface to air missiles. I forgot. Exactly
Napalm
what they're
squared.
Yeah, I would love to see a jet with napalm drop napalm onto another jet with napalm.
So what I gather, this is like an advanced version of Squad and some other FPSs we like.
Yeah,
but
in the Vietnam era.
with a Vietnam skin.
Yeah, well, I
And
wouldn't
napalm
say it's
and
just a
super
Vietnam
napalm.
skin because the
Yeah,
Vietnam,
and napalm.
yeah, and napalm. The factors that come with Vietnam completely change the gameplay.
Yeah.
Like
No,
the rice
that actually
fields.
sounds really interesting.
I posted a few videos. I'll put them in the link dump too. There's one video that I haven't posted to you guys yet. That's like it's a good summary of the whole game with gameplay. So it's better than me just talking about it without you seeing it because it's kind of almost pointless. It's just a game that I'm very excited for. I wish I heard about. I mean, I did hear about it earlier, but I thought it was so far in the future that I didn't have to worry about it yet. But apparently, they've been doing beta tests, like real beta tests, not like the demo beta test things that AAA games do. And they've been doing a lot of beta tests for the past 6 months or so, and that's where all the gameplay comes from. And it's gonna be cheap too. Right now, it's on sale because it's like the pre-purchase price. It's $22 now for the deluxe edition, so that's pretty good. I think the final price will be $30 for not deluxe. So
does it look like a $30 game, or does it look better than that?
It looks better than that. I was surprised by the price because considering Squad is $40 when it's not on sale. I wouldn't get Squad for $40, really. I mean,
No.
I did, but now that I know Squad,
I wouldn't get it, but
the
I did
average
anyway.
person who's not obsessed with shooters like I am,
I did not get Squad for 40.
wait for it to
I
go on
still don't
sale
have
on Steam.
Squad.
Because when it's on sale, it'll be $20 something, and that's the price that it deserves at its current condition. I think when it's a final product, 40 is probably accurate. So I was surprised by Rising Storm's price.
Are there any games you guys are looking forward to for the Steam Summer Sale?
There's a couple games that I'm just
That's
like,
a good ass question.
I always.
Well, you know what,
look
Trent?
out
You got a
for.
problem with that? Do you want to leave this podcast?
Hey, get off his back, Trent.
Yeah, there's the
Jeez,
door.
Trenton. That's
Get
so
out.
mean.
This is the gang up on
Yeah.
Trenton podcast.
Why don't you take
for
your
no
Switch
reason.
with you, huh?
Yeah, take your Switch and get out.
Switch
can't
on out
take it.
that fucking door.
I can take it with me anywhere.
No, what we really need to get is PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds.
Yeah,
have
if
that.
that goes
Like,
on sale, I
yeah,
will
if
get
it drops, I'm buying it. so
What is
easy.
that?
It's you
A
know,
better
H1Z1's
version of H1Z1,
Yeah, the King of the Kill stuff.
but it was
King of
made
the
by the
Kill.
people that did Arma.
Yeah, and it looks really good.
Something I just thought about just now that I might get during the summer sale if it goes on sale. I heard Bayonetta just came out for PC.
I saw that the other day and I was very
Yeah.
intrigued.
I have it. I need to play it. I've
and
been playing
and-
Berserk lately.
Yeah, I've never played Bayonetta, and I hear a lot of cool things about it, so I'd be willing to check it out if it's on sale.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm
I also
looking through
I
my
want to get
Steam wish list,
I want to
and
get
all
The
I see-
Witness.
What's
The
that?
Witness is one. It's like a puzzle game. It's one of those games where you could just play like mindlessly, but I want to get it.
Is that game that Achievement Hunter played a while back? That's like you connect lines.
Yeah,
and
you
shit?
connect lines. Yeah,
That looks relaxing as fuck.
I know it, and it's such a beautiful looking game. Like I just want to get it.
I mean, it's not my kind of thing, but it does look therapeutic.
I've also on my list. I've just had because I want it, but I always want to get Call of Duty Black Ops because that's my favorite one, and I like zombies, and like that's the only reason why I would get that game. But I don't want to pay retail price.
I would
Oh, yeah.
legit.
I wouldn't.
I would buy it for you, like buy it to play with you on PC.
Yeah, not for real. Like if it goes on sale for like a decent price, I'm definitely gonna buy it.
There are 3 games that I would consider getting. Well, 4 games that if they go on sale, the Player Battleground, whatever the fuck that's called, Player Unknown's Battlegrounds, PUBG,
Yeah, PUBG.
Worms WMD, because when friends are over, Worms.
Yeah,
is
Worms
such a
is great for
fucking game.
It's a party game.
Yeah, Astroneer looks fun. It looks glitchy as fuck, but I'm interested. And Days of Infamy, which is basically the World War II version of shit. What the fuck is that game called? Hold on.
World War II.
Yeah.
It's a World War II game of World War II.
No,
Nice.
it's a game that Mitch likes. It's good. It's kind of Insurgency. There we go.
Oh,
It's
okay.
kind of small squad. It's like the
I see.
same level of, I guess, damage systems where it's like one shot kills you. Those kinds of games.
Gotcha.
But it's
Actually,
World
one
War
more
II.
game I might get if it goes on sale during the summer sale is Europa 4, because actually, back to Mitch and the what did I name them now? I forgot. It's something
Where
cuck.
they- yeah, the
Cuck Lords,
the
right?
Cuck Lords.
Yeah, Cook
Yeah.
Lords. It was
Okay,
Donger
so-
Dudes, now it's Cook Lords.
Yeah, it's Longer
Should
Dudes.
probably
sounds
give
Cuck
some
Lords.
context of what the fuck you're talking
No,
about.
we'll just leave it like that.
I'll explain
join,
really quick. So
join Trenton's Discord and then you'll know.
Next episode.
So in the T-Gizzle Discord, the one I started for back when I was live streaming, and just the one that's basically based around my friend group and my people that know me from the internet stuff, I have a little private section there for a group of Trey's friends that are now kind of all of our friends. And a running joke that I kind of just randomly started doing out of nowhere is just to rename their private lobbies and Discord to whatever I feel like at the time. And it started off with the Cool Dicks Club, the CDC. Then
I like
what
how
was
it's a
after
fucking
that?
acronym.
It was.
CDC.
And then I went on to the meme team.
Oh, yeah,
Then
I remember
eventually,
that.
then
I like
eventually we
memes.
changed it to the Donger Dudes because it's like dongers. And then
Everybody
I
had
changed-
their own special
Well,
donger.
Everyone had their
Yeah.
special donger.
I started the trend with giving people dongers, and then people started adopting their own dongers.
Adopt a
and-
donger program.
And now I decided to make it a little bit more relevant and call them the cuck lords because everybody calls each other cucks these days.
Yeah, what is up with that? The
I don't
rising
know.
like
Yeah, where did that come from?
percentage of cuck to non-cuck ratio is gone up exponentially.
I mean, cuck is a good word.
Is
like,
it?
I think so.
I don't like it, and I'm one who likes stupid, shitty words.
Do you like that kind of stuff, Nova?
I don't
Is that
even.
what you're trying
The
to tell us?
definition of it is irrelevant. The definition of cuck has nothing to do with the use of it.
Well,
You
I mean,
sure about
it's
that?
related to the type of insult people are using because, like, you know, when when you're bashing on someone who's a cuck, it means you're the type of guy that likes watching your spouse get fucked. Like you're weird.
But it's just like cunt. If I call you a cunt, I'm not calling you a vagina.
I mean, are you though?
No,
Well,
I'm not. I've
anybody
never
can
once
take
called
it.
anyone a vagina.
Anybody can take it any kind of way.
Well,
I mean,
if
it's
they
not gonna
take
be a
it that
definite
way, they're dumb.
Well, hey.
I feel like vagina's a bad insult.
Yeah, it is.
You vagina.
Europa 4 though is a game that the now known as cuck lords play a lot because they like strategy games, and I do like strategy games. I just never managed to actually get to play those guys because like I don't like playing those games with myself. But I played a little bit of Civ 5 with them, and that's fun. But they say Europa is like a much better version of Civilization, and it's really expensive. I think it's like
Really?
$40 or $50.
I have a friend that you guys probably know, Matt, who is like in our group. He's the king of Civ, and I feel like he would probably contest that.
I mean, I've played a little bit of
mean,
Civ 5, but
on what
according to them,
grounds?
I mean, they say that Europa is just a more enjoyable game for them.
It sounds like an exclamation that you should say when you're really happy. Europa!
Hey, Europa!
It's like a Mazel Tov kind of thing.
So if that game goes down on a pretty decent price, I'll consider getting it so I can try playing with those guys.
I'm gonna ask Matt what his view of Europa.
What's your
is.
opinion on Europa?
Oh, and then also on a side note, I forgot to mention this. We actually had our first review on Facebook by, of course, as everybody knows by now, Jessica. She actually decided to give us a 5-star rating on Facebook, which I didn't know was actually a thing you could do on Facebook.
Yeah, I didn't know rating on
Hey.
Facebook
Yeah,
was
I didn't
a
know
thing.
you
That's
could
pretty
do that.
good.
But yeah, thank you, Jessica, because I know you're listening for reviewing us. And actually, more of you out there who are listening to us right now, if you guys care about us at all, which I don't blame you if you do or don't, yeah, leave some reviews on iTunes, Facebook, and other places. It's
make
cool.
sure-
When we,
and make sure to like and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah,
We're not
hit that
there
dislike
yet.
Button.
We try and
It helps us
communicate
out a
with the
lot if you
people.
follow us.
I like to communicate with the people, but nobody.
yeah, I mean, we eventually
they're-
want to.
We don't have any people.
Yeah,
Like I
you
mentioned
being
every
the
episode.
community manager without a community makes that pretty hard.
I mean, we have a community. They just don't follow us on
A
anything.
silent community that just
Yeah.
downloads.
I mean, but that's a lot of podcasts in general, though. That it takes a lot for the people in the listenership to actually go out of their way to be active.
Yeah, I could
You
see
know?
that.
Yeah,
But I
I wasn't
mean, we do
expecting-
have what I consider a surprisingly large amount of listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
it is
thank
pretty
you.
surprising. I don't know what keeps you here, but thank you.
It's Trey.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
definitely
Loves Trey.
Oof.
So all
I don't
about
know what I
Trey.
did, but I'll make sure to not do it
You
again.
didn't
Trey
want
was
to be
Trey
here.
was
and
on
you
last
still
week. Trey was on last week, and we're just gonna exponentially grow after that.
don't.
I said I wouldn't be back, so I'm not. Bye.
So then,
Bye,
Trey,
guys.
you got to let us know the secret then, because apparently you're the funniest man on earth. So
That
what
is not true whatsoever.
So what are your secrets? Like, tell us the secrets to comedy.
How do I become Louis C.K.?
No.
How do I become Trayvon?
How do I become your
Identity
dog?
fraud.
How do I become the fluffy guy, the Iglesias guy?
Gain a lot of weight.
You're fat.
Become Hispanic?
Eat a lot of cake. Become Hispanic.
Didn't he go on a diet and lose some weight?
Yeah, he lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, he definitely lost weight, but he's still fat.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's still
I don't know,
fluffy.
I don't keep up
Yeah.
with him.
I mean, I don't
No,
either.
do I.
He seems like an
Yeah.
early 2000s kind of guy.
Yeah, he was one of those like comedians that were really big for a little while.
Like
and
George
then-
Lopez.
Yeah, like George Lopez. That's my
I used to
go-to.
love his show.
Orale.
His
Oh.
TV show was great.
I can't do nothing.
You can't do nothing.
I still quote that. No one has any idea what I'm talking. They just think I'm being racist.
Wasn't his wife in the show like
Joe, you guys
Cuban?
ever see?
Yeah.
I doubt
and
it. Did you guys ever see the Selena movie?
No.
Okay, so Selena, I forgot her last name.
Gomez.
Yes.
No, it's a movie called
Tijuana.
Selena, and it's based off of a very famous Tijuana singer. They called her the Tijuana Queen, and there's a part on there where their trailer gets broken down, and some Mexican guy helps her, and his bumper ends up getting like torn off.
What?
So a comment I always go back to was
This is a weird setup for a porn.
it. Yeah, it is.
Is it in your
But,
file tray?
No. A comment I always like end up telling my mom is I guess a quote would be when his bumper got torn off and he's like apologizing. He's like, no, I can tell everyone I got my bumper torn off by Selena. And I don't know why. It's just always that part I love going back to. I guess how he says it, by Selena. My bumper.
Orale.
So what I'm learning
Orale,
is
cabrón.
if you want to be
Got
funny,
my
be
bumper,
Mexican.
man.
Yeah, have an accent of some kind.
What if I just talk like this the whole stream? We're not streaming.
Stream.
Jeez.
We're not there yet.
Hey, thanks
Yeah,
for watching our
podcast.
Twitch stream.
Yeah,
I
this is
mean,
live.
we could stream these in the future.
As you're listening, we are streaming.
We're
right
streaming
now.
directly to your ears.
We're streaming right now, man.
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 You see my
Donate to
cousin
us,
Hector?
man.
I can't find him.
See, you're allowed to make these voices because you're half something.
I'm half
You're
white,
right.
Nova.
I don't
You're
know.
right in there.
I'm
half
half
black,
white, no.
half something else. I don't fucking.
I'm half white, Nova.
Yeah, he's half black, half
I thought you
were
Samoan.
full white.
Yeah, I'm full white.
You're the whitest one here.
Yeah, look at you. Have you ever seen your skin? Like,
Hello.
white.
I'm white.
You sound like, and this is gonna sound like some white bullshit, but you sound like the guy that used to greet me as a kid into the country club that my grandparents used to force me to go.
Hello. Do you have your membership card?
Say the membership card. What?
I don't know. I don't know what they have.
Yeah, they don't have those. They just know your face because you're that.
Do you have money
important.
for us, please?
Yeah, pretty much. But you should welcome the Nova family.
No.
Okay.
Got him.
But I
Hello.
believe-
Welcome, Nova.
That's not how they do that.
He's never been around
I just wanted to interrupt him.
actual society. Nova, you gotta understand. He's been like a savage.
Yeah,
his whole
I've
life.
lived in my house. And that's it.
That's cool. What's your house
Yeah.
like?
It's tiny as fuck.
Box.
Do you have windows?
Like,
Yeah, he does whenever an alternator's not thrown through them.
yeah, I got an alternator thrown through my
What?
window.
So you got a free alternator, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, basically. It was a little rusty.
Did you
but
put it in your car?
Yeah, what did
No,
you
I don't
ever?
have a
No, I
car.
mean that actually happened. So what did you do with the alternator that was thrown through your window?
I don't even
It's a
remember.
paperweight.
It's on my desk.
How
right
big
now.
is an alternator? Because I have no idea what it looks like.
You probably have seen it if you opened up the hood. It's
Think of
usually
it like a cinder block, but yeah, I'd say a
No.
cinder block, but a lot
I mean,
heavier.
yeah, it's about the same like general size of a cinder
but
block.
made of metal.
All right,
But-
so
Yeah.
big as fuck.
Basically.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Trey has told some of you guys probably off the show, but he doesn't live in the best neighborhood.
Yeah. There
I
was
actually
one
looked
time
at your house on Google
where I was home
Earth or
and he
whatever.
threw an alternator through my window. I was like, hey, it's free alternator. Use it for my car.
We should just
If
start
I had
writing the
one-
sequel to the George Lopez show.
Yeah.
This is good
Wait, didn't-
material.
Didn't the George Lopez show also get a movie at some point? Like
Probably.
to end the
Didn't
series.
every show from the late 90s, early 2000s get a fucking movie made for it?
Yo, what was that one show that was made from like
Angry Beavers?
No, but I hope you know that George Lopez isn't from the 90s or the 80s.
It was-
like that show.
I didn't say
It was on
80s.
It wasn't on
I
Nickelodeon.
said
It was
late
like what is
90s,
it?
early 2000s.
Oh, I thought you said like late.
What's
90s,
it called when
late
it started getting like
80s.
late and they start showing like basically
Night?
adult shows on Nickelodeon?
Nick
Oh,
and Nite.
night.
Yeah. It was some show. It was like stop motion. It was like some dentist.
What are you
Dentist?
talking?
What?
You guys, it was something like that. It
I
was,
used to
I mean-
watch Nick and Night. I don't remember.
I mean,
fucking
I believe
stop
you
motion
that-
dentist.
I believe you, but I have no idea what the
Yeah,
hell
that
you're
sounds
talking
like
about.
some show.
I
that
just
sounds
don't
like-
know.
What's the fucking Cartoon Network chicken thing?
Here, I'll look
Robot
it up.
Chicken?
I'll look it up on my
Robot
phone.
Chicken. That sounds like Robot Chicken.
I'll look it up on my phone. It was like
Robot Dentist Chicken.
Robot dentist.
It's alive.
Well, chickens need dentists probably if they have rooster
No,
teeth.
they don't have teeth.
Rooster teeth.
Roosters are
Bottom
not
part?
chickens, Nova.
What?
Roosters are not
Ooh.
chickens.
They're the male.
Yeah, but that's like saying, females are humans. That's not true.
We just,
disagree.
Okay.
Lost a few people with that one.
And that one's a joke.
Lost some feminists there.
If you're a feminist and you listen to our podcast, I'm really sorry.
Yeah, I mean, if you ever get offended at the show, please refer to the description of the show.
And the title.
And
True
us.
that.
And just, the history of what we've spoken about.
Yeah, that's pretty much. It's pretty much a good
So-
go-to.
To prove how much of like manly men we are. Liam,
Oh,
tell
yeah,
me
that's a
about
great
Pokemon.
way to... What?
All right, so I found it. It's called a Glenn Martin DDS.
Never heard of that.
idea what
It was adult animation stop motion, and it had 40 episodes.
Okay.
It was on Nick at Night
Huh.
from
By the description of what you gave, I can completely understand why it only had 40 episodes.
yeah, it was from August 17, 2009 to November 7, 2011.
I used to watch Nick at Night all the time, and all I remember is the George Lopez show.
Yeah,
the
sitcoms.
Full
Well, maybe
House.
you missed it.
They had
what's the
Friends
other
for a
one?
while.
Did they? I don't remember
Didn't-
that. Oh, they
didn't
had
they have,
Fresh Prince for a while.
Malcolm in the Middle, did they ever have that?
No, I don't think
I
that
don't
was.
think
No, I
so,
don't
no.
think so.
Hmm.
Because it wasn't really old yet at that point.
Malcolm in the
Yo, I
Middle
still
was like
watch Fresh
ABC.
Prince when it comes on.
Fresh
Oh
Prince
yeah,
is
Fresh
still
Prince.
great.
Yeah,
At
Fresh
work?
Prince is a great show.
Around the time I get to work, Fresh Prince is always on. So I always get to like watch 3 episodes. So
That's
good.
great.
So, Liam, please tell us as a grown adult why you love Pokemon and why you're going back to finishing Pokemon. Which one you get, Moon?
No, I got Sun.
You got Sun. So tell me why you're going back now to finish up Sun.
Yeah, so, I bought it, and then I was like, oh, I'm going to play the shit out of it, because, like, all this stuff, and then I just never played it. So I played, like, through, like, the first, like, 3 trials, or whatever that is on the new one, and I just stopped playing, and so I was like, I need to go back. So I started playing again, and I realized how bad I am at Pokemon, but I love it anyway.
I got you.
Yeah, I'm doing a similar thing right now where I got it when it came out, played a good bit of it, and then I got distracted by so many other games, and then I just ended up loaning my DS to someone for like a couple months, and now I just got it back, and now I really want to finish it.
Yeah.
Liam,
But
you
also,
also
you
Pokemon
can't-
Showdown?
That one's on the game. Oh no, that's the computer one. Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah. I used to
Yeah.
beat Trenton a lot.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm,
I used
I'm
to beat
so
you just
bad
as
at
much.
competitive. It's
Nah.
not even funny.
I beat you the most, Trenton.
Mm-mm. No,
Yeah.
I beat you just about. But the only reason why I haven't been playing Showdowns because I don't know what's going on in the current competitive scene where I just don't want to like pull out an old ass team and just get my ass beat.
I just know I beat you the most. So.
I'm just
Okay.
awful at like making a team. I just put people that I like and
Team
then
building.
put. Yeah,
It just
I'm
all
yeah.
it really takes is just a little bit of just like figuring out what people are doing right now, and then you just kind of just figure it out from there.
I just
I
put a
played
Lapras
Pokemon
on my
Go for a
team and
month.
say that's good.
Death Wish every time.
No,
Lapras
you
was
gotta-
my
Death
first
Song,
Sheer
whatever
Cold.
it's called.
That's my Sheer Cold is my
Oh.
my tune. I play
But
the
definitely, whenever I finish it, because I'm not that far from finishing it now, I'm definitely gonna try to see what's been going on with the competitive stuff ever since the games came out and see what people are up to.
I'm going for the fucking decks again. I did that once, and then I gotta do it again.
Talking about Yu-Gi-Oh now?
Nah, fucking finish the Pokédex.
I heard Dex. Oh, the Pokédex.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
actually, Trey, do you know if Pokebank is available now?
I think it is.
Because I'm still
I
not
have
going to
no
use
idea.
Pokebank. Yeah, I'm not going to use Pokebank until I finish the main game though.
Why do you need a Pokebank, Trenton?
Because I got all my Pokemans from the older games in them.
What kind of Pokemans you got?
You know, all of them.
How'd you get them all?
I don't
You
know.
want to talk about that?
How did you get them all?
I mean,
Did you not catch them all?
No.
Look, I
fucked
received
up.
them all. Okay.
I got the full national Dex in X and Y, completely legit, no bullshit. Like I
Oh
was
yeah.
the man.
Well, we have an action replay.
Yeah.
What? I have no idea what that is.
That is
Boy,
cheat.
stop lying.
Is that
The
like
fuck
what you
are
record?
You guys talking about?
We're
Yeah,
talking
what-
about Digimon.
Oric's not
so
cool enough to play Pokemon.
let me bring Oric back to Earth. Oric, did you ever have a Game Boy growing up?
Yeah.
Okay, did you ever see the Game Sharks for those when you were growing up?
The what?
Okay, so essentially, the Game Shark back in the day was a little device that you can plug into a Game Boy, and then so essentially you plug in the Game Shark where the actual game goes, right? Then you plug your game itself into the Game Shark, and what the Game Shark would do is then unlock cheats for that game.
Yeah,
So
they're
it-
cheaters.
It was like basically a really easy way to mod handheld games.
So like you guys were modding before I didn't mod.
No,
Yeah.
because I never had a Game Shark.
I had a
Yeah,
Game
no,
Shark.
I never.
I didn't.
I never had a Game Shark.
I remember
so I
the
played all my
little, like,
Pokemon games.
The
Legit.
little cheat code booklets that used to be sold
I remember those.
at,
Yeah, those things were the
like,
best.
The book
yeah.
sales at my school every
Yep.
year. The two cool books that you would buy would be the Guinness World Records,
Guinness World Records.
and then whatever video game cheats. Even though you probably didn't have any of the video games in the book, you just wanted
And
to carry
and
that
you
thing around.
and the ones that you did have, you already knew the cheats.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it was kind of just memorization at that point.
So, what kind of games did you guys actually play growing up? Because I'm curious.
I didn't play much, but the games that I did play, I think my first major console was a fucking. Well, I mean, I had a PS2, but I didn't really play it much. I had my PSP is what I played a lot of, and I played Ace Combat and Midnight Club 2 Dub Edition.
I
I
remember,
remember
that.
that clearly.
Midnight Club was a good game.
That was a
Oh,
great game.
I used to play Monster Hunter on there a lot.
I played a lot of Need for Speed Most Wanted. That's still the greatest Need for Speed game ever.
Back when I was growing up, I played a lot of the action platformers of the time, so a lot of Jack and Daxter and a lot of Ratchet and Clank.
Yep.
It was more for me at first. Nintendo 64, Banjo Kazooie, Super Mario
Banjo.
64,
I played Super Mario 64, yeah, the original
Donkey
Smash.
Kong 64. Then after that, I got a GameCube. It was various games. I played a lot of Shrek 2 the movie, the actual game.
Yo,
It's
Shrek
funny.
is the
I played that
Yeah.
same game on the PS2.
Yeah,
Like,
and,
when I
Wait, the
finished
game
it.
was called Shrek 2, the movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's false
They- I think
so.
advertising.
Or it's like Shrek 2, or it's just it's
Yeah.
it's the same story from the movie, but they added a bunch of filler stuff with it too.
Okay, but if it was called the movie, but it's the game, that'd be really confusing.
You know, it was one of
Yeah.
my favorite games. It wasn't necessarily growing up, but it was I was a child still. Mercenaries 2.
Oh, jeez.
That was such a good game.
I remember that.
That game was. It
Oh,
was
yeah, and I remember
it was
my
Just
cousin,
Cause, except old.
Yeah, I remember my cousin got an Xbox for his birthday,
Yeah.
so we used to play the little demo discs.
Oh my god,
And,
the demos. Those.
Yeah, and we got hold of one that had Halo on it. I think it was the first Halo, and we would always replay that same mission.
had. That's some good shit though.
Yeah, and then it was Toe Jam and Earl. I remember that game.
That was one of those games that I heard of and I never played.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty
I'm glad-
good.
I'm glad so many classic PS2 titles though are getting remastered on the PS4
Yeah,
though.
Did you play the new the Ratchet and Clank remaster?
Well, it's not even a remaster; it's a straight up reboot.
It's the same though.
Oh,
Like-
it's really
Yeah.
not though. I finished the whole thing. It's an
Nah,
entirely.
I played it too. The story is for the most part the same.
I mean, they changed so much of it. There's so many characters that were in the original Ratchet and Clank are gone.
Yeah, they cut out a
Um,
bunch of stuff, but it's the core mechanics of the game was pretty
Yeah,
much
I
the
mean,
same.
but also a lot of the guns that were in the original aren't there.
Yeah, they added a whole bunch of shit. Like I remember, I think it was the Sheepinator they added. And that was I don't think they added that one until the second game.
Well, they also remade guns from other Ratchet and Clank games, not even the first one. So
Yeah.
that was kind of weird too. That they
I
kind
think I've
of
only played like 3, which was
up your arsenal.
Going Commando, Up Your
No,
Arsenal.
Going Commando is 2.
And there was one. No, I mean 3 of the
Deadlock.
Ratchet and Clank games.
Deadlocked was
Oh
after.
yeah, Deadlock was number 4.
That was one of my favorite games. I loved
That
it.
was
and then
a
I
lot-
played one for the PSP.
Oh, was
Clank.
that the Clank one?
Yeah,
I think
The
there was
Secret Agent
Daxter
Clank.
and there was Clank on the PSP. That was awesome. I played all of Daxter actually on PSP. I really liked that game.
Yeah, I never had a PSP.
I played Daxter. I had the PSP for so long.
I also I don't remember which Tony Hawk game it was, but it was on PSP and it had like the fucking like like college map that was on
I
the
think
beach
that
with the bowl
was-
that you could release and shit.
Oh, that's Pro Skater 2. No, not Pro Skater. Underground 2.
Yeah. I played
Yeah.
that a shit.
They had that for the
No,
PSP.
I played the Tony Hawk games an exuberant amount.
I think that was the
Yeah,
only
I had-
Tony Hawk game I ever played.
so much time on Pro Skater 4.
Yeah.
Actually,
But
I
do
just
you know
realized I didn't even finish explaining the action replay to Nova.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't
It's
really
a hack.
matter.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
mods.
Yeah, well, pretty much
Consider
just
it explained.
yeah, just to finish it up though. Basically, we have the modern version of now for the DSs, and it lets us mod the Pokemon games even now, and a lot of people aren't happy about that, but whatever.
Yeah.
Well, there's always the backlash to modders, even modders that don't infringe on
Yeah,
anything.
don't change anything.
Yeah.
Not me though. Not.
Yeah,
not us.
Not any of us.
I mean,
but-
I only started doing that stuff with the Pokemon games anyways till after I beat it. Then I'll just give myself stuff that I'm missing. So
Yeah, but the one thing that like needs a remake, needs a like another game in the series is the fucking Skate franchise. That is one of the
Yeah.
greatest
Yeah.
games that I've ever played.
I really
And-
like the map maker in that, just because
Yeah,
it went
everything-
from me building maps in Halo 3 to me building maps in that, and
Like
it was
everything
really
about
good.
that game was so good.
Yeah, I remember building maps in Halo 3.
Yeah, Halo 3.
And that
Forge was
one
the
map
best.
where if you would drive off, they start shooting missiles at you.
Oh yeah,
And
the
we used
desert
to,
one.
yeah, we used to build like in there to see how far we can get without dying.
Yeah.
Well, you
It
could
was-
you could block the missiles that they'd launch at you. And
Yeah,
So-
we
and
would
you,
put little,
you
like,
could also glitch out the
buildings
missiles
in there.
yeah, I think
If- in the
one of-
same way that to flip the elephant, you could glitch out the missiles.
right.
Huh.
I
Another
love
thing we
the
would do
message
is
that
just-
it gave you when you flipped the elephant. In Halo
Yeah.
3.
Wait, what? How'd you
It's
do
like,
that?
wait, it was like hold
Yeah.
RB to wait. What?
That's
But
some
I
classic
love
shit.
like getting in the warthog too and just riding out there to see until
yeah,
I
and then
die.
just getting shot.
Yeah,
like
Yeah, just
that's
trying
always
to
fun.
avoid the
what
missiles.
was it? Sand Trap had the landmines so that you
Is
could
it
like
Sand Trap
outrun.
or Sand? No, Sand Trap. Sandlot's a movie.
Sandlot.
That's the movie. That's a
That's
good
where
movie.
they play baseball.
You're,
That was like one of
you're
my
killing
favorite
me,
movies as a
Smalls.
kid.
You're killing me, Smalls. That's a great movie.
But I
Sandlot,
think-
the Halo map.
I think one of these. I think definitely one of these days we should probably maybe do like a Memories of Halo 3 episode.
Yeah, I could talk about my success as a map builder that was only fucking 13 or 14.
But
Yeah.
just so we all know, we are running a little bit out of time and we haven't even touched on the music yet.
Yeah,
Oh,
I just
shit.
pulled up the music list. So last week, Trey recommended Smile by Lily Allen, not Lonely Island, which was a mistake that a few of us made.
I made. It
I
was all
didn't.
me.
And then
Yeah, Nova, I
Liam-
liked your song. It really touched my Mexican heritage.
all right, I'll go to my song was La Coparota by Jose Feliciano.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Had I think it has maracas in it somewhere.
Goddamn racist.
Liam recommended Ready to Die by the Notorious B.I.G., which ended up making me go on a Biggie spree. And I
fucking
just
love Biggie.
added a shit ton of Biggie songs to my playlist that I didn't already have.
Just
Nice.
Ready to Die, the album is so good.
Yeah. I think I added pretty much all of the songs from the album to my playlist, and that's what I did for my spree. And then Trenton recommended Misanthrope by Brian Altano.
No, that was
It
the
was
week
Shelter.
before.
Okay, Shelter by Porter Robinson.
So
God
someone didn't listen to
damn
the
it.
music.
I pretty much always skip yours. I'll be honest. Like, I mean, I see Lily Allen is like, whatever. Who gives, like, it's not terrible, but it's also like, why are you listening to this?
Yeah, like at first, like I said, I wanted it to be the Fragile by Yes.
Yeah,
but
but you told
I
me it
didn't
wasn't
think they
on
had him on
Spotify.
Spotify, so I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
just
I
Lily
didn't
Allen.
look.
Yeah, I didn't look either.
But also, like, try to compare Biggie Smalls to whoever the fuck Porter Robinson is. It's just not gonna work in my mind.
You know what they say. Biggie Smalls is the illest.
Did you listen to Shelter at all, Liam?
I haven't. I didn't listen to any of the songs this week. I'm literally trying to pull it up on my phone right now.
See, here's
Yeah.
the problem. Like, Liam and I are college students, like we said, and the past few weeks are just awful.
Yep.
We don't have
after
time.
after next week's podcast. It's just gonna be like I have all the time in the world. I'm gonna do everything.
Yeah. After next week's podcast, I'm going to be so relaxed. But right now, I'm supposed to be writing an essay, like right now. That's due tomorrow at 1. And I only have 2 pages.
Yeah. Good old.
And then I have to write another essay tomorrow. And then I have to fucking revise a script that I'm writing. And then I have to take a test. And then I have to take a take-home test. And I'm fucking tired.
Well, maybe you shouldn't procrastinate all your work.
Yeah, I mean, I would if I didn't have other work that causes this work to get pushed back, then sure. But that's the problem with the final few weeks is you can't do work early because you have other work that has to be done.
Yeah. No, that's the worst thing.
All right. Well, I guess for the most part, we'll just worry more about just recommending the songs and really
Yeah, I
making
mean,
sure
just
everybody
adding to the
listens.
playlist in
All
general
right.
is
So
Yeah.
I just like skipped through the songs. Porter Robinson, not really a big fan of EDM, but I can appreciate it. And then Lily
Well,
Allen.
it's really cool if you watch a music video with it though. Like
Alright.
like that's like really like where the spectacle is at. Like definitely like if you're gonna listen to the song for the first time, watch the music video with it on YouTube.
Yeah, and then Lily Allen's not bad.
Hey.
I'm not quite a like I don't know what that is. Like, is it poppy? I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know.
British
It's-
pop from like
It's
Yeah.
something.
when was she at her peak? Was it early 2000s?
Boy, I don't know.
All right, next podcast, Trey's gonna fill you in on the history of Lily Allen,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll let you
and
know
then
when
Liam will
she-
tell you about Lonely Island.
It's
And
gonna
their
be-
And then
rise to
I'll
fame.
tell you what Lonely Island is.
Hour long documentary. Lily Allen. Stay
Yeah.
tuned. I'm not excited for it. Neither will you.
I don't think anyone
But-
is.
We're gonna do this.
All
All
right,
right. So what are today's recommendations?
All right. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first because I just picked one randomly and that I think it's kind of funny, but also just great. It's Too Much Monkey Business by Chuck Berry, who
Oh, good
recently
old Chuck
passed.
Berry.
Now,
Rest
are we
in
picking
peace.
songs that we haven't heard, or
No, you
can they be
do
songs
Just
that
pick whatever the fuck
Yeah,
you want.
Yeah,
it's
do
a
whatever song you're in the
yeah,
mood
it's
for.
a recommendation. So recommend something
Space
you like.
Odyssey
All right, good one.
by David Bowieman,
Blaine.
David Blaine,
David Blaine.
David Hasselhoff.
Yeah, famous
Space
musician
Odyssey.
David Blaine and David
pretty good.
Hasselhoff. It's a duet.
Okay, then I
David
guess I'll
duet.
go.
It's
So-
so beautiful.
I'm gonna recommend "Bridge Over Troubled Water" by Simon and Garfunkel.
Okay, I could get on board.
And I'm gonna go the exact opposite and choose a band that my dear girlfriend that I love so much, who is the greatest person ever,
Who is
isn't
in the
sitting-
room.
isn't sitting across the room from me. A band that she showed me one day, Sabaton, and it is the song Sparta, and it is Scandinavian metal. It's real good.
Oh wait, real quick before we leave, did Jess listen to any of the songs that we have recommended over the weeks?
No.
Wow, she calls herself a fan.
Yeah, she says she's the biggest fan, but she
Whew.
doesn't even listen to our music.
What a faker.
What a phony.
And did you guys want to give any opinions on any of the music you did listen to though over the week, or no?
I mean, do I?
it was all right. I mean, Biggie's always good.
Biggie's always good.
I couldn't understand what Nova's was saying.
I don't know what it.
I couldn't understand what Trenton's was saying.
It was. I didn't listen to it, so I don't know.
Lily Allen, I don't really care.
Yeah.
But all in all,
This playlist is such a fucking mess.
I give it 2 honks out of 5.
See,
That was only one.
my goal is to make the playlist as stupid as possible.
Yeah, it's a fucking mess.
I mean, it's gonna be a really good way to discover different types of music though. By the end of it,
Can I
Yeah,
recommend the
I guess, if
Jimmy
you
Neutron
really-
intro?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, sure.
Got him.
No, that's
all.
gonna be next week though, because you already recommended one.
Yeah,
didn't you?
yeah.
Or did
I
you
put
not?
in the Discord.
Yeah.
I don't even.
Alright.
What did you recommend for this week, Trey?
Space Odyssey.
Oh, right.
by
Okay. Yeah.
David Hasselhoff Boyman.
Blaine the duo.
Yeah.
and make sure all you lovely folks and gentlemen and people in this Discord write your shit down so we don't
Yeah,
forget
I
to
already
listen.
did. And
I'll do
all
it
you lovely
eventually.
people at home, don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Too Soon Podcast. We're on SoundClouds, iTunes, Google Play, Libsyn, Stitcher. Any else that I'm forgetting?
Tune in.
Tune in. I didn't write that one down. Yeah, we're all on all the platforms. Too Soon Podcast. And then if you want to email us for whatever reason, the Too Soon Crew, all spelled out, no letters, none of that shit. No letters. That would be bad.
No letters.
No
Figure it
numbers,
out,
none of that
motherfuckers.
at Gmail.
Leet speak all the way.
It's in wingdings.
It's in Wingdings. You have
It's
to
in Braille.
find out how to do that.
It's in Braille. Yeah. It's the Russian alphabet, whatever that's called.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
You
and
should
it-
also
then-
recommend songs to us.
Yeah, if you want
We'll
to.
be sure to maybe, I don't know.
I mean, I'll
Tweet
add them to
them
the
to
playlist.
Maybe.
If you tweet them at us, we'll add them to the playlist.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody gets a hold of us, tells us to listen to a song, we'll all listen to it before the episode. And we'll
We'll
talk
listen
about
to
it.
anything.
And we'll talk about it.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. We have one more topic to talk about.
Let's talk about this music.
No, we're actually way over
Hey,
time, though,
yeah, we're
to be
over
honest.
Yeah.
Hey,
this is
gringo.
super
I gotta
long.
get to my essay.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
so-
go get some food.
I gotta reattach my bumper.
Okay, so real quick, I've been your host, of course, Trenton, joined by Oric.
Hi. Well,
No,
bye.
Liam,
Good job, Oric.
and then our returning guest, Trey.
I honk my horn for you, man.
Thank you guys all for being on the show. Thank you all out there for listening to the Too Soon podcast.
Still
This
love
was episode what? 4, right?
4.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
we said at the beginning, so let's hope
Yeah.
that was right.
Yeah, so
5.
so thank you for listening this far. Expect a new episode every week. And by the way, I didn't mention this yet, so expect new episodes on Saturday afternoons from now on, okay? It won't be on Fridays, it'll be on Saturday afternoon, so anywhere between 12 to whatever, because
Who wants to listen to a podcast on Friday?
yeah, right? Okay, guys, thank you so much, and we are out.
Goodbye.